I started my life in the ecological movement 40 years ago with this wonderful movement of women coming out to hug the trees, to say living forests give us more than dead trees. And it was called Chipko, which means to hug. And I learned my first lessons of ecological activism with the women of the Himalaya, from where I come. In the last 30 years, my biggest battles really have been dealing with the non-sustainable agriculture, which pretends it's producing more. It's purely an illusion. Otherwise, we wouldn't have 1 billion people hungry in the world. It pretends that you can put poison into our food and that poison won't harm our bodies. So it denies the links between the soil and our health. I think the 3 big blocks to changing to doing agriculture in the right way and producing good food for all. The first is it's very costly to produce bad food, but it's made to look cheap because our tax dollars and kronas and euros are taken to subsidize bad food. Half of the CAP budget is going to create a bad food system. Half of the European budget is CAP, and all of it is for fertilizers, machineries, factory farming, etc. The second is a whole habit of the mind. People who never had to think beyond mechanistic thought, reductionist thought, fragmented thought, thought that nature is dead. For them to imagine that nature is very alive, that our bodies and our cells, every one of them is alive and self-organized. For them, it's a very difficult transition to make. So they will not be the change makers, they will be the blocks. The change makers will be the women, the youth, farmers of the third world, ordinary consumers, mothers fed up with their children being ill because of bad food. That's where the change is really coming from. And new partnerships between scientists, public institutions, social movements, new innovative, responsible businesses, all of that will have to come together.